Hey guys, so it's April 26th, 2022, and I want to get back into my art business. I want to revamp my whole drawing style and aesthetic, and I might rename my art business. I'm really not sure. I just woke up, I couldn't sleep last night. I'm having some medical issues that are making it difficult for me to get comfortable and sleep well. So I had a lot of time to think while I couldn't sleep. And I texted my husband this morning and was just like, I really miss my art business. Like, if you don't know, right now I run a small handmade jewelry business called Bracelet Bar, which I love. But I just kind of came to the revelation where I was like, that will never fulfill me the way that art does. And by art, I mean drawing, painting, that kind of stuff, making prints of my work and all that, or even digital drawing. So I want to document this journey because I don't know where it's going to go. You may never even see this video. You may see it a year from now. I really don't know. I just really miss being an artist. Not that I'm not an artist if I'm not drawing every day or always making something. Oh, cat's getting crazy. But anyway, I just feel like if I'm not in it making art all the time, I don't feel like an artist, or at least it feels weird to call myself one, even though I know at the core of my being and myself that art is always going to be part of me and how I kind of see the world. But I'm just ready to get back into it, and I miss making stuff every day, even if it's not something that I think I will post or sell or, share with the world. I still want to make stuff. That's kind of the one thing that I feel like I've always been good at, is making things. Drawing, painting, designing, all of that. I feel like I've gotten to use that somewhat in my jewelry business, but only in kind of the promotional marketing sense, not in I just want to make this because it's on my mind and I want to get it down on paper. It's more so been it's more been designing than art making, and I really want to kind of flip the switch on that. I'm not closing my jewelry business, by the way. I'm still going to keep it open at least for the summer and maybe beyond then. It's kind of more of a summery brand anyway, but I just really want to hone in on my style as far as art goes. So Madeline Designs was my first art business that I ever had, where I was actually selling artwork, and then I got into custom work as well. I'm not really up for doing custom at this point, just because it takes so much time and back and forth, and I think it kind of takes away, at least for me, the fun of making art, because I'm almost following a prompt or an assignment in a way, and I just don't, I've learned that that's not conducive to the way that I work. Because if I like it, I want that to be good enough. And sometimes when you're doing custom work, if you've ever done it before, you know that that's not always good enough. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to come on and let you know where I'm at right now. I just really want to take this summer to really just invest back into my art and myself in a way, because I have the time to do it. Something I really need to get out of my head is when I sit down, that what I make has to be a finished piece. I want to be looser with what I'm doing, and I want to sketch more just for the sake of getting an idea out, not oh, this has to be a finished piece that I turn into something that I sell to, an audience. That needs to kind of, that part of my brain needs to be fixed, because I think I definitely do that. I sit down and I go, okay, I want to make a masterpiece, and it's you don't have to. You could just draw for the sake of drawing, and if you hate it, that's fine. So with all that being said, I did go to Target this morning and I got a couple little things that I was kind of in need of. I wasn't I wasn't really aware until I started really going through my art room, organizing things, that when I moved here a little over a year ago to Florida to be with my husband after we got married, I don't have some like very basic things that I need for art making or that I would like to have. Like pencils, like mechanical pencil, because I usually like to draw with just mechanical pencils, just something like, you know, basic. I have like one because I left a lot of them back home with my family, because I was like, oh, I'm sure I'll be fine. I don't need like a lot. I don't need like 50 pencils. So now I have one. So that and just some little things that I wanted to kind of like spark creativity again. So I'm going to share that with you now, a little Target art supply haul. So we'll get into that now. Okay, so starting off in the dollar spot, well, bullseye playground, whatever they want to call it. Basically where everything is over $1 now. I ended up getting these ceramic stacking trays. It comes with 2 of them and they were $3. I want to use these as paint palettes. I've seen a lot of people using ceramic palettes for like watercolor and gouache, and I really want to get back into that. Acrylic painting has never, like straight acrylic has never been my thing. I've more so been like a watered down acrylic, watercolor, gouache type person as far as painting goes. So I thought these would be really good. I like that the top one is split, so you could use like just plain water, and then it could be like for kind of washing your brush. I thought that was cool. So it comes with this one and then a little shallower one, or maybe you could do just water in this one and then your colors in this one. I don't know, I just kind of wanted to try it, and I liked that one sat on top of the other. So that was only $30. Next up are like those basic things I was talking about, like mechanical pencils. These I purely just picked because I liked the colors of them. I'm really not picky when it comes to pencils, because for the most part, I'm drawing over it anyway, or painting over it, or coloring over it in some way. So I'm really not picky about it. I know there's probably, you know, pencils that are better for certain paper and all that. I've never paid attention to that, and I probably won't. So anyway, I got some Bic pencils that are extra sparkle. Woo! Next up is whiteout. I don't think we have any whiteout in the house. And I figured, since I'm gonna be starting a sketchbook, which you'll see in a minute, for the summer, I was like, well, I'm bound to make some mistakes, and I'm not the person that can just like live with it. I have to cover it up. I have to pretend that I didn't make the mistake. So I'll usually either use like a sticky note or color over it in some way, and then I want to fix it. If it's wrong and I don't like it, I want to fix it. So I figured whiteout would come in handy, and I don't like the little like strip ones that you use. I know they're probably better as far as like if you're covering over text and stuff, but I was like, no, I want to brush it on. I want to put it where I want it. So I got some whiteout. Next up is a lovely 65-cent pencil sharpener, because I also do not think I have one of these. And I just, you saw in the beginning of this, I took some of my color pencils from Prismacolor and put them in a little pot that I painted, which I love. That was a little date night the other night. Josh and I got some pots and we painted them while we were watching like The Office or something. Anyway, so I got one that has like the 2 different hole sizes so that I'll be able to sharpen any kind of pencil that comes my way. Onto things that are a little more artsy. Sometimes when I'm drawing and it's something really like colorful or bright, I like to contrast it with like a black background, but I'll do the black background after I've drawn it. I'll stick a picture here of something I drew recently, like the other day, that was a little, it's called a Australian pink robin, which I think are the cutest birds ever because they are so rotund. Anyway, I drew this and I did a black background for it, but I don't really want to use like my better black markers, or I don't know, I kind of want to save those for some reason. So I was like, I need something that's quick. So I got the biggest Sharpie you'll probably ever see. It's a humongous humongous tip Sharpie. No, they call it a Magnum. That's weird. It's an XL chisel tip Sharpie. So I'm gonna use this for kind of coloring around bright drawings to give them some contrast. And then I picked up the Tombow Fudenosuke, I think that's how you say it from what I've heard other people say it, brush pens. These are just calligraphy brush pens, and I really want to add some fun little like brush lettering or just detail to some of my paintings and drawings. So I got this pack. It was only like $5. I was kind of surprised because Tombow's a really good brand, and surprised that I found it at Target. But I'll take it. So got this. Then I picked up 3 acrylic paints. I know I said I don't usually use acrylic paint, but these I thought would be nice to like add some pops or maybe use as like a background blob of color to draw on top of. I really liked this woolly alpaca. These are all the Mondo Llama, just like kind of the kids brand of acrylic paints. But this one's a satin finish and it's called woolly alpaca, and I really liked the kind of like slate, like gray tan color of it. And then I picked up some fun ones. This one is like a neon. This one's called July Firefly, which I think is really cool. Ooh, you can really tell it's neon now. I thought this would be really fun to add some details to my sketchbook. And then this one's called Summer Strawberry, and I thought it was really pretty, kind of in between a red and a pink. So yeah, these are the 3, and I kind of like the way they look together too. So these are the 3 acrylic paints that I picked up. And finally, I picked up what will be my summer sketchbook. Now, I saw this and was like, oh, cat intermission. Oh, he actually went under the camera, like he didn't want to get in the way. That's so sweet. Anyway, when I saw this sketchbook on the shelf at Target, I was like, I don't think there's ever been something that more describes me, and especially the way I go into art projects and art pieces. And it's a sketchbook that says me starting literally anything. And it's this tiny little person just jumping into the waves. And I was like, that's very accurate. And then I love on the back, you can see his little life vest. Like he just threw it off, was just like, nope, I'm going. So I'm very excited about this. And it's one that's kind of like sewn on the side, which I think looks cool. I would love to learn how to do this and make my own, but that's too much work at this point. So it's just a basic white sketchbook. I love that it lays flat. And I'm very excited to start this. And this, I just love this because this is so me that it's like anything I do, I pretty much just jump in and don't really give it the thought that it should. I'm not saying it's a good trait, but I'm saying it's kind of how I am. So very excited. And I like that it's small, so I could take it with me if I wanted to. But yeah, so here's my new sketchbook for summer 2022. I hope you guys liked this video. It was very raw and real, and I didn't really have a plan for it. I'm just really wanting to make more art and document it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I hope you guys like seeing it. So I'll catch you in the next video, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll see you later. Bye.